How much money do you think David Dobrik is making off his YouTube videos? I mean, in the last 30 days alone, his main channel got 82 million views, and he hasn't even uploaded a video in 9 months. So it's gotta be a lot of money, right? In the past, David has shared that his YouTube earnings at one point fell from $275,000 a month to $2,000 a month. Is he still demonetized? I mean, it's hard to say, but what is clear is that brands are tripping over themselves more than ever to work with him. If you watch the outstanding video from Colin and Samir where they talked about why David Dobrik gives away Teslas, they estimated that SeatGeek could be paying David as much as $300,000 for a 10 million view video. But how much is David getting paid now? Clearly he's doing something right since he just bought a $10 million mansion. Let's take a deep dive into his recent sponsorships to deconstruct why brands continue to put so much trust into him. And make sure to stick around to the end for how you can apply David's brand deal savvy to your own sponsorship strategy. First up, mobile banking app Current. David Dobrik recently uploaded a new vlog on his second channel called I Bought a New House after a several-month hiatus. And about 3 minutes into the video, he plugs the brand.
And for the final room, this is my absolute favorite part of this entire house. I bought this place like 6 months ago, and that's why this whole video is like all over the place from different times, because we just had it for a while. And we've been working on this one thing, and I'm really excited about it. And it's brought to you by Current. Current is the future of banking, and it's all on your phone.
David has an absolutely die-hard fan base, so after walking viewers through a surprise house tour, he builds up anticipation for the final room reveal. But before he does that, he explicitly says that it's brought to you by Current. He's tying this pivotal moment in not just the video, but in his career to the brand. Remember, everyone wants to know what's next for David. The stakes instantly feel higher. It's not just another sponsorship.
It's faster, easier, and better than old banks. They don't charge you annoying fees, and they get you your paycheck 2 days faster. Plus, they want to give you guys free money.
The close-up shots of Current's card are critical here because they're emphasizing how much different they are than normal credit and debit cards. There's no numbers on the front, so it just feels more modern. In fact, that's how they're marketing themselves. Also, Current knows that the ages of David's typical viewers, also called audience demographics, likely skew younger. So he lists off key benefits that that type of consumer probably cares about, like no annoying fees and getting your paycheck 2 days faster.
The first 1,000 people to use the promo code David will get 1,000 free points on Current. And then on top of that, I'm gonna pick one person to get 100,000 free points, and points equals cash.
And here's the call to action. Notice how Current limits the free points to only the first 1,000 people who sign up with David's promo code. I mean, his videos get tens of millions of views, so the likelihood of someone snagging that incentive are probably pretty low, but his viewers love him so much that they sign up anyway. Also, did you notice how carefully worded the giveaway is? When you first listen, it sounds like one lucky person is gonna win $100,000 in cash because he said someone's gonna get 100,000 points and points equals cash. But when you dig a little further into the small print, Current actually says that points can be redeemed at a rate of 100 points per dollar. So that grand prize will actually be $1,000. I mean, that's still a lot of money, but given that the integration was only 34 seconds long, you sometimes have to strike a balance between brevity, entertainment value, and marketing effectiveness. So how much did Current pay David? Obviously, we can't know for sure, as every deal has different terms like exclusivity and paid media rights, but if we're estimating using the same $30 CPM Colin and Samir mentioned, multiplied by 11.4 million views, that is $342,000. Now, let's talk about David's partnership with EA. About a month or so after the pandemic started, David released a video called We Can't Believe This Happened.
I've gotten a lot of messages from you guys that have been affected by all this Corona stuff, and it sucks. And I really wanted to see if I can help. So I partnered with my friends at EA, and we did just that.
That did?
I don't know. I haven't done this in a while.
So right off the bat, you can tell this is going to be a different kind of sponsorship. Remember, this was a period of great uncertainty, not just for the entire world from a health and safety standpoint, but for brands too. I mean, pretty much every marketer had to throw their plans out the window because things were changing so quickly. In fact, some brands were getting roasted on social media for being tone deaf and not pulling the plug soon enough on their scheduled posts and email marketing campaigns. And what did a lot of brands do, including EA? They decided, well, let's just help people.
Guys, look at this. This is what hard work looks like. Look at all this equally working hard. That's yours. That's yours.
These types of campaigns are called social good, where the brand isn't trying to get the creator to hawk the latest video game or get their followers to download an app. Instead, they're trying to build up positive brand association, which is a concept, emotion, object, or image linked to the brand via memory. So here, EA is hoping that the next time someone looks at a PS4 or at an iPad or watches another David Dobrik vlog, they'll think of EA. By the way, David didn't just give away consumer tech.
And then inside, I put a little gift for you.
Thank you.
It's a check for $10,000.
So how much did EA pay David Dobrik? Well, with these types of philanthropic campaigns, it's very possible that they didn't pay him anything. You know, he might have just called them up and said, this is what I want to do. I want to give away a bunch of stuff. Will you pay for it? But let's do a little math just for fun, shall we? By my count, I see at least 6 iPads, 11 PlayStation 4s, 10 Frisbees with $500 taped to them, at least 21 shirts with checks in them for $10,000 each, and 3 Toyota Corollas. To be honest, I kind of lost count. But even a rough estimate comes in at a little over $282,000. Nothing to sneeze at. Now, let's talk about David's sponsorship with Honey. In his video titled Scaring Kevin Hart with a Snake, he plugs the brand at the very beginning of the video.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my second channel. This is a bloopers video, but before it starts, this video is sponsored by Honey. Honey automatically finds coupon codes and applies them to your cart at checkout. Imagine you're trying to buy new shoes from PacSun. When you check out, this little box drops down and all you have to do is click apply coupon. And then you wait a few seconds for it to scan promo codes across the internet, and then you watch the price drop.
So he covers a lot in 17 seconds. He does an FTC disclosure thanking the brand for sponsoring the video. He mentions the main value proposition, and he visually shows you how easy it is to use Honey.
You guys have already saved $1.2 million using my link, which is ridiculous. There's literally no better time to start saving with Honey than right now. It's free, easy to install, and it works on thousands of websites like Forever 21, Revolve, and even FanJoy. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/David. That's joinhoney.com/David.
Again, David packs it in. Social proof. His viewers have saved $1.2 million using Honey. He hammers home that it's free and easy to install, and he shouts out specific sites like Forever 21 and Revolve, which makes it feel more tangible than just saying, you know, it works on 30,000 websites. He repeats the call to action twice and shows the vanity URL on the screen, so it's super simple for the viewer to take action. And then he says, on with the rest of the video. In total, the whole spot was only 34 seconds long. Oh yeah, and it's possible Honey paid him a cool $372,000 for it. So how can you apply David Dobrik's sponsorship execution to your own brand deal strategy? There are 3 key takeaways. And number 1, if you have a big moment coming up in your life that you know is going to attract a lot of interest, views, or engagement from your followers, consider approaching a brand that makes sense to be a part of it. David integrated Current into the announcement of his new podcast, which represents a new chapter in his life. And you can do the same by illustrating to a brand why them getting involved in this special moment for you will be a win-win. And number 2, most of us have causes that are near and dear to our hearts. Chances are your audience knows that, and perhaps you've even asked them to support those causes in the past. And just as David partnered with EA to touch people's lives in a time of need, you can find brands that support your social or philanthropic mission to have an even bigger impact. And number 3, if you know that the approval turnaround time for certain brands you work with tends to be long, place your integrations at the very beginning of the video rather than in the middle. It's not clear whether that's why David did that with his HoneySpot, but it can be tough, especially if you have a regular upload cadence, to wait around for brands to give you feedback or edit requests. This way, when the brand finally gets back to you, you can add the approved integration to the beginning of your next scheduled video. Let me know in the comments, what creator's brand deal strategy should I deconstruct next? Hit subscribe and click the notification bell so you'll know when my next sponsorship reaction video comes out. And click the link below to get a list of the top 50 brand deal platforms you need to sign up for as a creator.